Hello YouTube and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Sharida. If you are a returning viewer, thank you so much for supporting my channel. All right, today's video is going to be all about 14-month lock update, honey. Yes, I've made it. 14 months. Wow, the time is just flying. But there are a few changes that have occurred, so I'm just going to get you up to speed on my journey. If that sounds like something you would like to hear more about, then just keep watching. Okay, so just to start, as you can see, most of my hair remains unlocked. So if you haven't seen any of my previous videos about my Sisterlocks, I started my journey on 17 inches of hair, between 15 and 17 inches. And the thing about locking your hair long is it's going to take forever for the hair to lock. And for the most part, as you can see, anything that was interlocked during a retie is what's starting to lock first. So where my hair is right now, you can see exactly where I'm talking about. From here on down, it is not locked, okay? And I feel like the ones that are locking the most are gonna be the ones back here at the nape, because they started off so short. I don't know if you can see that, but I don't know if you can see that, but like these, they started off so short, so they are actually locking first. But the vast majority of my hair is unlocked. So with that being said, know that when you start this journey, patience is going to be everything, because I would have loved for everything to be locked within 2 years. That was like what I was hoping for, but as you can see, that's just not gonna happen. Like 14 months in, I highly doubt if everything else, locks up by my 2-year mark. Highly doubt it. So just have to enjoy your journey. That's what I'm doing. I'm still loving my hair every single day. As far as the color, I have not touched my hair at all as far as the color. I got it colored professionally, balayage highlights, a week before I install, okay? So the shampoos that I'm using on my hair is actually working pretty well, because I don't feel like my color has stripped. It looks pretty close to the same as when I first got it 14 months ago, and that's with no toner touch-ups. So do I plan on continuing to keep up color? Not really. The only thing I would do, I think, is maybe go black or very, very dark brown at some point. But I wanted these highlights just to give me some light ends once my hair grows out. I didn't plan on keeping up a bunch of color just because I'm trying to keep, chemicals. I can't keep doing them over and over again. That's just how my hair is set up. I know what's best for my hair, and I just feel like bleaching it a lot is just going to be detrimental to locks, especially this small. So no more color. Unless it's going darker. No bleaching. I will say that. No more bleaching. Okay, now as far as my shampoos, I have been using the Sisterlocks starter shampoo, and I will use the Dr. Bronner's peppermint. Now for my last retie, the last time I shampooed, I only used the Sisterlocks, and I felt like it got my hair as clean as it needed to be, because this is the first month where I did not put oils directly into my scalp or on my locks. What I did is I went to a distilled water bergamot essential oils mix provided to me by a Sisterlocks consultant, which brings me to my next point. You guys, I now have 2 consultants that I work with. Can you believe it? Yes. Now Ifraj is my main consultant. She's the one who installed my hair and who regularly maintains it, but there was an emergency that she had to take care of And I didn't know when she was coming back. So don't be like me. Start looking for a backup consultant before you actually need her. Luckily, by the grace of God, I was only 1 week late on my retie, and I found another consultant. Her name is Nakia. Hi, Nakia. She's absolutely amazing, just as Ifraj is, but she wanted me to see how things would go without any oils, because we're starting to notice a little buildup towards the nape areas. You probably can't see it here, but I'm going to insert a picture of kind of what we're talking about, and a little towards the front. So she's the one who provided me this. Now, she doesn't make this. One of her other colleagues makes this, and if I can get the information for her, I will link it below, because this stuff is amazing. I felt like my scalp was very moisturized and had all of the good stuff that it needed, so it never felt dry, it never felt tight. And if I can use less oil in my hair and just stick with a distilled water and essential oils mix, then I'll do that, especially if it's going to contribute to little to no buildup. So I'm all for it. So basically, as far as products, that's all I'm using on my hair. It's just this mix and shampoo once a month. Now, something that I am considering doing is going back to washing every 2 weeks, because I want to see if that will make a difference in having any buildup. Now, when I say buildup, I don't have a lot. I really don't. Like, you can't even see it unless you get all up, like in my head, my scalp. But I just want to see if that will make a difference. I feel like I have not had any major issues with slippage or unraveling, so I think I'm gonna be okay to go to a once every 2 week shampoo. Now, the only two that I ever had major slippage issues with was these two right by my ear, and you guys, as of a couple months ago, these little babies are no longer an issue. You can see it. Like, they are finding their own little lock pad. They're at the point where these are not going to come out. Like, they're actually starting to lock, and I'm so happy because it's back here because those are the only ones I actually ever had any slippage issues with. So yeah, really happy to say that no locks are coming out. I have not had any major issues as far as like a bunch of bunching. Like I said, no unraveling. I am really happy with the way things are going in my journey so far. No scalp issues. I never really had many scalp issues at all, like from jump. Like, I never went through the itchy scalp phase, none of that. And I just think that's because I always kept a little something on my scalp. Now, I am finally starting to realize that lint is a thing. Like, people will always talk about lint. And for the longest, I really didn't have a big issue with lint. Not saying that I thought I was just like, home free. I didn't think that. I knew eventually it would, start to crop up. And you can't see it unless you get very, 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 very close, like very close to one of my locks. But it's usually like embedded, like so finely, like literally in the lock. And should I like try to pick that stuff out? I don't know. Like, I'm so afraid of jeopardizing like the integrity of the lock if I try to get in there with a pen or some tweezers and pick it out. So for now, it's nothing noticeable. So I think I'm just gonna leave it as is. I had cut back on these daily shakes that I used to do with my hair, and that could be why I'm starting to get a little lint. But I'm gonna go back to that every day. This is a tip: just shake your hair out. Especially when you're like in the car, you can actually see how the sun is hitting every particle. Like, I can see it right now with these bright studio lights. Shake your hair, because it's gonna remove so much of these little particles of lint that come in like one at a time, and eventually they like form like something you can actually see. It's like, oh, this is lint. Like, it takes time for that stuff to accumulate. So if you're shaking and getting that stuff out on a daily basis, you're not gonna have a huge problem with lint. I don't have a huge problem with lint. I have very, very few that have like little fine pieces of lint in them. But other than that, we're looking good on the lint, but I am starting to see a little bit. So I just wanted to mention that. Okay, supplementation, you guys. I have gotten so lazy with my supplements, and it is my goal for, first I need to reorder my crystals. I'm like out. Starting next week, I'm going to be back on full force with my supplements. If you have not watched that video, how to grow locks fast, I will try to link it below. But in that video, I go over all of the supplements that I take to speed up the rate in which my hair grows, and it does work. And I've just been so consumed with YouTube and filming and editing and working. I've just gotten lazy. It's no excuse. I just got lazy. So I'm going to get back on it full force so that you know, we can see some major growth here. I feel like my hair is finally starting to get a little length to it, because for the longest it was just getting like a little thicker, but I was like, yo, when are we gonna start seeing some length? I feel like it's finally starting to show a little bit of length compared to, you know, when I first locked. It's funny because literally everything from here on down, like that's all I had started with. So all of this is the length that I've accumulated, but it doesn't look like that. And I tell you, the shrinkage is seriously really real with these Sisterlocks. Oh God. Okay, before I wash, I am still braiding and banding. I foresee me braiding and banding until my locks are mature. Like, I'm not even finna play that game, because I don't want to be dealing with a bunch of bunching. And I feel like when you stop braiding and banding, you don't really understand how important it is until you have like these major issues. And once you see the major issues cropping up, it's too late. Like, you're gonna have to have all this money you have to pay out in time to get the repair. I just want to do stuff right up front. So I'm still braiding and banding. And it's just not a big deal to me to do that. So I have no issues with doing that. So I will continue to do it. And my advice to anybody out there, just braid and band. Like, we already have very little to do with these. Just braid and band so that you can protect your investment. As far as my nighttime regimen, it's nothing but literally putting my hair up and then just putting a bonnet on. That is all I do. I don't put any product or anything in my hair. At night, I just, you know, when I feel like my scalp needs a little moisture, I'll use the spray. And that's pretty much it. At night, I just bonnet and that's it. Now, I still get questions about what I do to achieve curly ends, or how do I get my ends to curl. Nothing. This is just the natural state of my hair, my curl pattern. I have like almost like a Z curl pattern, if that makes any sense. So this is just what my locks look like. I don't do braid outs. I don't do add any product or anything crazy like that to it to get it to curl. This is just the natural state of my hair, for those wondering, because I get a lot of questions about that in the comments. Now, child, I finally had a problem lock. Oh my God, I made it 14 months with like no problem lock. It was somewhere in the back. I think it was actually this one, but it was like a hole in it, like a small hole in it. And as my hair began to really like start to thicken up and lock back here, it became more like apparent. So on my last retie, I had Nakia repair that one. And she also, the first time I went with her, combined two locks. There was one that had kind of like a weak base, and then it was right beside one lock that was just overall like really, really, really small. So she combined those just to make a stronger lock. And there is a couple more back here that I feel like are dangerously small. Let's see if I can find it. And I really want them to be combined. So I'm gonna talk to, I think I go to Ifraj next. I'm gonna talk to her about combining it with another. If I can find it, I want y'all to see how small this lock is, y'all. I'd be so scared that I'm just gonna do something rough one day and it's just gonna be like death to this particular lock. Let me see if I can find it. See? You can barely see it. Oh, that's how like up against the white you can barely see it. I mean, it is tiny. It is so tiny. Oh my goodness. But she said it's starting to get like, it's starting to lock and get thicker towards the base. So I just still feel really uncomfortable with a lock that thin. And it's not that it's thinning, it was just installed like really small. And it's not thickening up as fast as the others. So that's why it's a point of concern for me. But yeah, so all in all, you guys, I'm still enjoying the journey. I am not experiencing a lot of issues. And I know that's because I'm trying to do what is being advised to me. Go for my reties every 4 weeks, 5 weeks. I don't put any crazy products in my hair. I've even stopped using edge control so much because I know that's contributing to any buildup that I have like towards the front of my head, my edges. I'm only going to be doing edge control like for special occasions, like for filming for you guys. And if I'm like really trying to go out and look cute or something, but other than that, I'm at the point where, honey, I'm comfortable with my edges. Y'all just about to get these edges the way y'all get them, okay? Okay, so there's nothing really else new to report. Everything is going great. Still loving the look and the progress that I am making, and just loving my hair, honey. Yes, with very little effort. I just wake up like this. Like, somebody really asked me in the comments. They was like, I mean, Sisterlocks is so high maintenance. Like, I just don't get it. More high maintenance than what? Because I was trying to shampoo and detangle and shingling every week. 17 inches of hair. That is high maintenance, honey. That is a full day every week that I had to dedicate to my hair, which I don't have that kind of time. I just really don't. So for me to spend an hour shampooing it and then getting a retie once a month, and that's all the time I gotta put into my hair, how's that high maintenance? I don't understand. Anyway, it's always a hater in the bunch. But yeah, I wake up fine, just like this. I ain't gotta do nothing but beat my face and get out the door. That's it. So it's pretty priceless if you ask me, okay? All right, you guys, so that is the video for today. I hope that you did enjoy spending a little time with me, and I hope that you enjoy the content. If so, consider subscribing, honey. Join the family. If you did enjoy the video, definitely give it a big thumbs up, and I will catch you on the next one.